Hello and welcome to the People's Manifesto. Now, I'm sure you've heard today that we get the whole excitement of the Lib Dem manifesto, but as that hasn't come out yet, well, it has just on the BBC website, but I don't really have time to read it as I have to do today's video now. That's probably going to have to wait for tomorrow. I know it's the leaders' debates tomorrow, but again, evening, so that may have to wait till Friday. So today we're going to talk about the internet, and the digital economy bill has finally been passed. I don't know if you heard this, it was actually a couple of days ago. It's got through Parliament, so now the internet is a police state where internet providers, service providers, are encouraged by the government to spy on their customers and then send that information on to the government. Now, this is obviously a threat to civil liberties. I don't really want everything I do to be spied on. The internet is one of the last places that is truly free. You can say whatever you want on the internet. I can do this on the internet. It's a place of real debate where any ideas, any thoughts, any opinions, no matter how crazy they seem, can get a fair and honest hearing. Even people who want to pretend to be Nazis to get some attention have a place to be heard on the internet. Now, the digital economy bill is meant to be used only for repeat copyright offenders. What repeat means has not really actually been made that clear, though I assume once, according to Fuhrer Mandelson. Now, but if our service providers are already spying on us, can't the government then use these new powers for other things? I mean, I want to tell you a story now. I was involved with a play a while back, and the play's main character was a suicide bomber. Now, to help out, I was doing a little research on this play, building one of the props, namely the suicide bomb. So I was researching pictures of suicide bombs, looking at suicide bombs, and even how to build a suicide bomb, because I didn't really want to do the kind of standard taping cardboard tubes together. I wanted to make it as realistic as possible. Now, if my service provider picked up on that and passed on that information to the government, then I have to prove that I'm not a fundamentalist nutcase, I'm just involved in a lot of community theatre. And how is that fair? That innocent activities on the internet can look a bit dodgy, but it's a place for research, and sometimes people want to know about things that the government may not normally want people to know about. We don't want our internet to be policed by some kind of Stasi.com, and we don't want it just to be another place for big business to make money. We want the internet to be ours, like it was meant to be. The founder of the internet gave it to the people for free. He didn't ask for any money for it, and that's the spirit the internet needs to maintain. We need to keep it free. We need to make our voices heard. Yet, while screwing our online freedoms, the parties seek to use the internet as a sort of shiny propaganda tool in this election. I'm sure you've seen it, they've all been doing it. The Lib Dems have got this thing called the Laborative Party on there, which is a sort of combination of the Labourers and the Tories, saying they're basically the same, which they kind of are, and it's a good point and is quite funny. But, sorry to any Lib Dems watching, but I fail to see how the Lib Dems are actually any different. Maybe you'll prove me wrong today, but I doubt it. And, Cameron has got this sort of a Obama-style thing going on, this web Cameron thing. I know it's been going on for a while, but it still bugs me. And, but the difference between Cameron and Clegg and people that we've got and Obama's was done by his supporters, people who actually believe what he was saying, whilst our politicians are really saying nothing. They're not giving us real change. They're not giving us a choice in how we want to progress. They're not giving us the hope that Obama gave the Americans. If you want to use the internet, then it should be user-generated content by people who actually support you, not just sticking William Hague on Twitter with a sort of Twitter for Idiots book. And and the most astounding thing is, we're letting them get away with it. As they build an online police state, look at the comments on their videos. Their web activity is being left alone. In fact, the comments are quite sycophantic, saying how wonderful Dave's shiny face is. Well, that's actually not sycophantic, but saying how wonderful he is without my tailored sarcasm. I can't believe their web activity has been left alone. This has got to be a first on the internet. I've seen flame wars. I've seen the torrent of righteous loathing the internet can create. We have 4chan, for God's sake, and yet we're leaving this, frankly, propaganda alone. Mumnet, I don't know if you've seen this. It's a sort of forum for mums to talk about the election, and they're comparing political parties based on their choice of clothing. Currently they like David Cameron because he wears M&S jeans, and this isn't a way to choose the future government of this country. We need to get out there, stop being sycophants, and give our politicians a hard time on their internet propaganda. We need to question them. We need to be tough. They can't just screw over the internet and use it for their own gains. So comment, question, or even make your own spoof videos, and let Brown, Cameron and Clegg see a fury that not even 4chan could dream of. Thank you.